So this is Sutton in Ashfield town centre. Spent a lot of time here listening to people, getting their views, and that's exactly what we're about to do now. That was my office, my constituency office. Did you always vote a certain way throughout your life?
Well, my father was a miner. I married a man whose father was a miner, and it tended to be Labour.
Yeah.
But I changed
When did you change?
since I've been on my own.
You ever voted?
No.
Ever? Could any politician do anything to get you to vote?
Probably not now. I'm not that interested.
Have you ever voted Labour?
I have done, yeah.
You ever voted Conservative?
Thought about it.
Thought about it?
I've always voted Labour.
Did you stick with Labour?
I didn't.
Go on, tell me.
Well, we have independents here.
Yes.
So I voted them, and I must say I voted Boris this time.
Did you? When did you stop voting Labour?
When they turned on working class, basically. I'm from a big mining family, and they've been staunch Labour all these years, but my grandparent, well, one of them especially, he'd be turning his grave if he knew what Labour Party were like now.
Socialism, is it really here today, you know, properly in politics? I don't know. It seems to get phased out a lot, doesn't it?
Are you a socialist?
I'd like to think so, but true socialism, yeah. But the people of the country don't seem to be wanting that.
Could you bring yourself to vote Conservative next time?
I don't know.
General election tomorrow, you're sticking Conservative? Yeah.
I like Boris because he does everything with a smile on his face or a laugh, so it's refreshing. He's handled the pandemic well, but like I say, it's not really changed around here, has it? I mean, nothing's improved in particular around in here.
There's a lot of work to do, Gloria, and I think in 2019 that was a real chance for everybody to say, you know what, we're ready for change, we want Brexit sorted out, and I think the Labour Party is totally disconnected from its core voters in places like Ashfield and Mount Sun. They said, you know what, we'll give Boris a chance, we'll get Brexit done and see what the Conservatives can do. We're doing what we said we're going to do. If we do that, if my shopping list is complete by the end of 5 years, then I should be okay.
In short, you're still going to be the Tory MP for Ashfield come the next election?
Of course I will.
So, that was Lee Anderson, the Conservative MP. He seems confident he will still be the MP, the Conservative MP for Ashfield, come the next general election. But what about the Labour Party? Let's catch up with the woman who's the Labour candidate who stood against Lee and lost. What does the Labour Party need to do to win back places like Ashfield?
We need to regain that trust and credibility and show that we're the next government in waiting. We're a credible opposition. We're coming to places like this and really listening to what people tell us and then acting upon it. But we've also got to rebuild that trust that we lost, whether it was Remain voters thinking we weren't Remain enough, or in areas like this, 70% of Brexit voters feeling that we just didn't acknowledge, we didn't hear them, we didn't take it seriously, and instead the Labour Party tried to overrule the result. It really was a disaster, the last general election, and unless we go out and start listening to people and genuinely rebuilding that connection with them, then it could be even worse at the next.
Who's the party of the working class, Labour or Conservatives?
Well, it's always been Labour. Everybody were fed up with Labour, and so they wanted a change. Yeah. But I think the die-hard Labour people will come back to Labour.
So you might go back?
Yeah.
All right.
More than likely.
You're more than likely to go back to Labour next time. Might you go back to Labour?
I don't know.
What does he have to do to get you back? What does the Labour Party have to do to get you back?
It's got to be for working class people.
It's got to be believable. People have got to believe that what he's saying is honest.
The legacy of the pits runs deep here in Ashfield, but like so many former mining communities, at the last general election, they elected a Conservative MP for the first time. And judging by the conversations we've had here today, the Labour Party really does have its work cut out to convince former Labour voters who have deserted them in recent years to come back to them.